Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure, here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. Hello, students. I am Anuradha Sharma, teaching with Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. I welcome you all in Standard 9th and new academic session of 2020 and 21. Today we are going to study History, Chapter 2. The name of the chapter is India Events after 1960. Let's begin our today's class. First, I give you a brief introduction of the chapter. All of you know that India got freedom in 1947 and accepted its constitutional framework in 1950. After that, it became a sovereign democratic nation. Let's see what exactly is sovereign democratic nation. A sovereign nation is neither dependent on nor subjected to any other power or nation. After the adoption of the constitution in 1950, India also became sovereign and got power and freedom to take decisions related to external and internal matters of the country. A democratic nation is a nation where democracy is practiced. As you know that democracy is a system of government in which citizens exercise power directly or elect their representatives among themselves to form a governing body. Next, we will learn about the multiculturalism in India. India is a multicultural nation, and people of various languages, religions, ethnicities, and castes live together. During the initial period after independence, India needed to solve different issues, and those issues were related to economic development, political development, and social development. We will also learn what our leaders did to make development in these three areas. The following things needed to be done. The first thing was establishment of planning commission and emphasis on industrialization to achieve economical development and to remove poverty. Next was successful conduct of elections and faith in democratic traditions. These things helped us to achieve political stability. Several social reform policies and programs for weaker sections of the society were implemented to give them equal opportunities to grow. All this helped in social development. Let's move forward. To study the development of India, in these three areas, we will have to see the different events that took place in India in different decades under the leadership of different leaders and political parties. So, first of all, we are going to discuss the first decade that is called the 1960s. This decade was very important because many events took place in 1960s which had a huge impact on the political situation in India. So let's see what those events are. As we know that India became free from the British rule in 1947, but a few regions were still under the rule of Portuguese, such as Goa, Diu, and Daman. There was lot of struggle in Goa, Daman, and Diu to send the Portuguese out of these places. So, on December 9th, 1961, all these places were free and they became the part of Indian Federation. Let's see what happened next. The second event that took place in 1960 was the war between India and China. The tension between India and China on the northern border, which had been rising since 1950, resulted in the War of 1962 between two countries. The war was fought in the region of the McMahon Line. This line was named after the name of Foreign Secretary of British run government Sir Henry McMahon. Just look at this map. This circled area is McMahon Line. This line separates the Tibetan part of China and the northeastern part of India. And you can also see many disputed areas between India and China in red color. Many clashes and differences keep on rising on these places. And the recent example of this is the entrance of Chinese troops in an identified border with India near Pangong Lake, Ladakh on May 5th, 2020. Though there was no firing, but the soldiers fought fiercely with rocks and wooden clubs. So we can see that these clashes are still on since 1950. The next major event that happened in 1960s was the India-Pakistan War of 1965. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru died in 1964 and Lal Bahadur Shastri succeeded him and became the next Prime Minister of India. During his tenure as a Prime Minister, the war between India and Pakistan took place. The Soviet Union, also known as USSR, was the superpower at that time. It tried to mediate between India and Pakistan to end the war. So, the officials of Soviet Union called Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri and Pakistani President Ayub Khan to sign a peace treaty. Both the ministers signed that agreement on 10th January 1966 at Tashkent, which is known as Tashkent Agreement and Tashkent Convention. But unfortunately, Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri died at Tashkent the very next day on January 11th, 1966. Though his tenure as a Prime Minister was very short, yet he did a lot for the nation. He served as a Minister of Police and Transport. He was also the first to appoint women conductors in India. He also promoted White Revolution and Green Revolution in India. So we cannot forget his contribution in Indian politics and for the progress of the nation. His slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, became very popular during the time of war. So that's all for today. We will continue this lesson in our next lecture. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, and follow this link for ebooks.